July 24th, 2054. 19 people remain, the rest trapped inside of Hypnos. This machine did the impossible. It freed humanity from the weight of work for the first time in our history. But everyone wasted this opportunity on the nothingness of the web. Hypnos can generate what you want before you want it, and then publicizes that as something good. But hard work still holds value, although maybe just in my eyes. Especially because Aaron has connected to the web, to Hypnos. I went to visit him, same as I do every Friday, and he didn't respond. So I looked through his window, and he was covered in cables. The whole world is covered in cables. They just connect to the body like leeches, hiding everything but the head. Walking through the streets, I feel so alone. Sure, the city's population is still 50,000, but we're not in the same world anymore. They are citizens of the web much more than they are of here. And now, my closest friend, Aaron, also fell under the influence of Hypnos. I've been abandoned once more by the one I depended on. Again. But life keeps moving on. Either way, Hypnos can steal my friends, but it can never touch my passion. Coming back from Aaron's house, I wanted to finish another mural. Today, I finished the one plastered above the front door, finally adding in the celestial figures. Art of the divine is always my best. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's just because I love the idea of someone always watching over me. I guess that's inspiration. I know it sounds dumb, but it helps. Tomorrow, I really need to clean my house. There's a labyrinth of statues just to arrive at the door, and once you enter, there are pillars of manuscripts stacked up just about everywhere. July 26th, 2054. Oh, I forgot to write yesterday. The first missed entry in 4 months. My mind keeps distracting me with Aaron. I didn't really want to do anything yesterday. So, in search of inspiration, I went to the abandoned library by the park. Honestly, though, I just went to feel a human connection. Inside, at least I have books, but I came out even less motivated and feeling worse, which never happens. And then, arriving home, being entangled in all the emotions of the day before, I did something stupid. Without meaning to, I broke a statue, the one of a goddess. It was a mess to clean up, and it hurt, but with it being one of my best works, so I spent the rest of the day sitting in my garden, just reflecting on what had happened. Such a waste of a day. I got nothing done. How different am I from the people in the web if I'm gonna waste my days? At least they're happy. Today, I wanted to start a new statue, and I experimented away for a while, but not much came from it. 2 full days wasted. Literal negative progress with my broken statue taken into consideration. Tomorrow, I need to be better. 27th of July, 2054. No, I wrote the date differently today. Why do I even write with a pen? I mean, at least it keeps the journal real. It means it's my thoughts only, and nobody can tamper with them. In theory, that actually makes no sense. Anyone could come and write an entry. That is also a weak argument. There are very few people here and no reason to tamper with a notebook. I mean, I'm not famous or anything, so what's the point? Forget I said this. Today hasn't been much better than yesterday. I cleaned up inside my house, I picked up all my manuscripts and threw out the rough ones. There were a lot, but I don't need them. They are just my mistakes taunting me. Furthermore, I need the space. Aaron always came and took my manuscripts like library books, so I'd hold on to the bad ones so he'd never run out. I don't need to worry about that anymore. Oh, I also went on to clean up my second story. I never have liked going there. It's where I worked before Hypnos, and it's covered in all the tech I used to rely on in order to connect with the web, although it's very primitive. Anyways, everything is organized and put away. I feel a lot better knowing that if I, for whatever reason, need that type of stuff, I can find it all. And now I have a bunch of extra space up there. Extra space for manuscripts. Oh no. What an idiot. Hundreds and hundreds of thousands of words disappeared from the world without purpose. That stings. July 28th, 2054. Another horrible day. Because I needed another. That sarcasm, I don't know how clear it was. It has been my second worst day since losing Aaron. I will never see him again. Not unless I personally connect to Hypnos to be with him. I could never do that, though. It's just nobody leaves the web. Who would want to? The cables are there to sustain life, so once you're plugged in, I couldn't take that risk. But yeah, today really did suck, for lack of a better phrase. The loss of the manuscripts and the statue and even the innumerable unfinished murals on every wall, I just couldn't deal with it. But I did try to right the wrongs. Well, at least the statue. I'm not sure I have it in me to ever try to remake those stories. I thought if I could fix the statue, no. Just no. I tried piecing it together with bits of spare clay, but that didn't work. I wanted to try starting anew with the same idea of a goddess, but just trying to make something better, that broke me. I swear I didn't mean to make a pun. I just did not believe I could ever create something better than the goddess. So if that's the case, what's my purpose for creating? The statue was made over a year ago, and if I can't make anything better, why keep creating when everything is deficient? But worse, I thought, what if I put the original to shame? If I could go so far surpassing my pride and joy, everything I've ever made, even my house, it's just proof of my mediocrity. And without Aaron, even mediocrity loses a little value it had. I refused to face the possibilities. So, out of habit, I went where I go when feeling lost. Aaron's house. I walked the empty streets. I saw the wires. Arriving at his house in a brief moment of insanity, I would not stay alone. 17 people remain, but none like him. Those remaining are old and are lunatics, scared of the web. For me, I just have the brain to realize the web isn't real. In a time, Aaron felt the same. I mean, he still could, but either way, he chose that life over me. So I hit the door, yelled until I couldn't breathe, fighting to wake him from his digital trance. I needed my friend. I clearly remember screaming, "Aaron, wake up! I have so much to show you." I spoke to a void. "Please! I need you." I just wanted him. More than anything. "Aaron, what about me?" Sure, I've lost my one friend, my best art, as well as gained a fear of creating something new. But I'm happy. I mean it. Because if I'm not... Monday, the 17th of August, 2054. Time has passed and I'm feeling better than ever. Tomorrow I will plug into the web, and I thought it would be good to wrap up my diary before beginning this new phase of my life. I wanted to live a life at rock bottom, but I realized how wrong that was. What's the point of staying in a physical world, which is meaningless, empty, and boring, when the web holds all the solutions? Everyone's in the web, and they all see my art. They love it too. I've added everything I've ever made to the web, and it's treated like the Mona Lisa. Each single piece. The problem became that after a few weeks, I ran out of content to add. But it turns out, Hypnos can create my art, and people still love it, just with the click of a button. This diary will be the next thing I add. In this time, I realized it doesn't matter if I get better or worse. People just want to consume. So if that's the case, let's give it to them. People love me, and Hypnos is happy. It's all I've dreamed of. Now, I have time to relax. Everything is just easier. I can generate years worth of art in minutes and spend the rest of my time in paradise. Connecting to the web is the best decision of my life. Once I connect tomorrow, all will change for the better in every way. Then, only then, I'll be free. Truly free. All thanks to Hypnos. The city will reduce to 18 people offline, but hopefully one day it becomes 0. Sitting here, reflecting on my journey and the wasted years where I tried to hang on to an ending world, I thought, who would want to live in a world without Hypnos? Not me, that's for sure. Oliver.